I've turned RuneScape into a collectible card game where everything is unlocked by opening booster packs bought with in-game gold. There are 5 booster sets ranging from Novice to Grandmaster, which contain every quest, skill, minigame, boss and achievement diary in the game, and until I buy myself some packs, I'll have access to none of them. When I open a booster, I'll see 3 cards, but I'll only get to keep one of them, so join me for the journey as we crack packs and see if we can't just pull some of the greatest cards in the game to build up a fresh Iron Man. Welcome to CCGscape. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back everyone to another episode of CCGscape. We're gonna kick things off with a couple of upgrades here. I grinded some cash out from rune arrows at Last Man Standing, and now I am heading to spend some of that GP. I've also been grinding my combat level up. I've done 29 Slayer tasks, and now I can take my 30th at Cheldar, which will be my first Cheldar task after having just grinded my attack up to 60, which is what's allowed me to get these upgrades too. So first Cheldar task is Greater Demons, kind of mid, but we can do it safe spotted in Corin Castle, so it's actually not that bad at all. And then we can pay the diamond tax to enter this side of Zenaris and get ourselves our first dragon weapons. It's going to cost 130k, but there we are. We've got a dragon dagger and a dragon longsword. Finally a replacement for the rune mace that I have used all the way up to 60-60. Definitely going to make melee a lot nicer. It's even got a spec on it. 25% more damage. Interesting. Got the DDS anyway though, of course. Dragon dagger being what it is. And you might notice another thing here. I also got a Hobgoblin champion scroll. The most random 1 in 5k drop ever, but it did happen. So I'm gonna go claim it because it gives you like 2000 Slayer XP or something, which at most points in the game isn't that relevant, but this early on I'll take 2k Slayer XP when I'm grinding Slayer. And another upgrade that I managed to acquire after grinding the magic up is that Amulet of Power. So we now have a much better amulet to replace the accuracy for our range setup. No, I'm out of charges. Okay, it is a long time. I think I've done this like once before. Why am I getting prayer drain sounds? But it's not actually draining prayer. See you later, Mr. Hobgoblin. 200 Slayer and hit points XP, but there's a lamp you can claim somewhere for an extra 2k. Nice. Little bonus should give... No, it's each. Nice. Give us a Slayer level there. Up to 43 puts us closer to the 48 we need for the Twilight's Promise, and we do have a bunch of quests to be getting on with today to clear out this list somewhat. Gonna probably do the bottom 10 in a big spree shortly. Before we do though, I want to go and get myself one more upgrade, the ice gloves. Oh, another thing I grinded out was the coal bag. Took me a while, but I finally got 100 golden nuggets. So I've got that now too, along with enough iron and mithril for 280 bars of each, which is going to be a ton of money at the Giant's Foundry, which I'm sure will be useful for digging to Herblore, once we've cleaned out some more of that list, of course. There she blows. Another nice little upgrade acquired. So we're getting set up as a master smither, but it is now time to be getting on with some quests. I might do like a couple quests and then a couple Slayer tasks. I haven't figured out exactly yet how I'm going to go with it, but I'm going to start off by doing a couple thieving quests because I need thieving levels anyway.
Quest completed.
There's the Queen of Thieves. Pisk teleport unlocked via Caress Memoirs. And a thieving level.
Quest completed.
There we are, 15,000 thieving XP. So we can tick that one off the list, the feud. Anyway, I think I'm going to go do that Greater Demon task that we picked up earlier in the Corin Catacombs. See if we can't pick up any Dark Totem pieces before I get on with another couple quests. About to try cheesing this fight for the first time in my life because I don't have access to a U-bow. So I made some iron darts. Yeah, I killed like 35 lesser demons and it was going slow as hell in my range gear. So I thought, why not come and get some ranged XP from Temple of Ikov? It's on our list anyway, and it'll make any future Slayer I do a little faster. I should probably just go back with Mage, but ranged is now more important to me than Mage, given the fact we've got high level alchemy and there's a Jad on the to-do list. Almost finished with this quest now. Call me the Majorat Slayer.
Quest completed.
There we are. At least one ranged level. Almost another. Might have been two anyway, who knows. Another quest off the list though. I think I'm going to do Merlin's Crystal Unwanted and then get into a little pack opening, see if we can't find any goodies that we are looking for.
Quest
There's Merlin's Crystal. I was considering doing Heroes Quest next, grinding the fishing for it and cooking. But I realised we actually can't do it until we get this herb lore, because you need 25 herb lore for it. So I need this next level bracket before I can do this quest anyway. Nevertheless, that's one more off the list. That was the last task of the Falador Achievement Diary. We got a double whammy coming up here, folks. Not only am I turning in this achievement diary, I am also turning in a quest in Falador Park. And I'm sure eagle-eyed viewers who are familiar with the game have already spotted Solus Delagar's hat in my inventory, which I just need to chuck into this guy's face to finish the quest. Wait, is it not him? Or do I have to go back to the castle? Did I just goof? I goofed. Either way, this is going to finish Wanted and clear it off the list, as well as that Falador easy, which leaves us with a bit of space to do some digging. Now, the main thing we're going to be looking for in this episode, however long it takes, is herb lore in the intermediate 5k packs, but
Quest completed.
thank you. Almost 45. But I am going to try and dig a little in the novice deck first. Now, there's barely anything left in the novice deck, but there are two things I want out of these 11 cards. So I'm going to see if I can get them. And they are Demon Slayer, so that we can do Shadow of the Storm, which will progress us closer to an Arclight. And the other one is that farming 1 to 20 finally, so that I can start planting some seeds in the background while I'm clearing out quests and looking for herb lore. And then at least I will be making progress towards those herbs. Don't have a great deal of money right now though, so it's not going to be a massive pack session here, but I'm going to start on the novices, see if we can't find those two things, and we'll go from there. Pack 1. Miss. The other thing is, if we do fill up on these by accident, then at least they are very easy quests. Like, I'm just going to take Sheep Shearer because it takes about 13 seconds. You just buy the wool from Hardy. Second novice pack. Demon Slayer, that's one hit I will take. We just want the farming now, finally. Third novice pack. And there it is, farming 1 to 20 unlocked, which also unlocks all the levels up to 60. I can finally farm for the first time, y'all. We have every skill unlocked. Herb lore is now the lowest level skill, the only remaining white skill. So we need to get that to yellow, but first let's pay 3k for these novice packs here, which leaves me with 40k. Meaning I can do a maximum of 8 digs here. 45 cards left in the intermediate deck, not too many. Here is the first pack. As much as I don't want to fill up, Bark Roll would be useful. And it's easy enough to get done, even if it's a bit annoying to run around for. We'll take that other Soul Walls that I don't have any intention of doing. Pack 2. We could, in theory, do the Slug Menace. We'd need to do some rune crafting, though. Spirits of the Elid isn't too bad, actually. Wait, I didn't know if we'd have the requirements for it, but we do, and it's a pretty easy quest with some decent prior rewards, so yeah, okay, we'll take that. Ooh, only one more quest spot now though. Did only clear a few out, but that's okay. Let's see if we can't get lucky on pack number 3. No, we cannot. I'll take Vampire Slayer though, again over Soul Wars. And then I guess we'll be doing some more quests before I can carry on digging for Herblore. Put that money in the pot, and we will be. I guess I'll lamp Slayer, because I still can't lamp Herblore and I need to get this out of my invent. There's 45 till level 1000.
Quest completed.
Sheep Shearer. I doubt you've ever seen somebody doing Vampire Slayer in this gear before. Usually much earlier in the game, but here we are.
Quest completed.
Another one off the list, it's over to Baroque for Demon Slayer next.
Quest completed.
Demon Slayer all taken care of. We now have Silverlight and access to Shadow of the Storm. I might just do a couple more packs, because I don't actually have that much cash anyway. Space for 3. Let's go, let's see what we get. We only want Herblore at this stage. We've got literally everything else that we need to get cracking on all these bosses. Pack 1! I'll take Typh Farm. Might be useful for training farming up. It's another one we can add to the list of things to do once we get this Herblore. Pack 2. I'll take the Soul Wars. 3. Garden of Death is good farming XP and it's a very quick quest, so we will take that and not be too upset about it. Last pack I can afford for now, number 4. More misses. These are all kind of mid, but I'll take the Hand in the Sand, because it does open up the rune shop once we are in the next bracket of magic. That's going to be it for now though. 20k in the drain, still no Herblore, and the intermediate deck gets smaller and smaller. I really would like to put the packs aside and just jam all of this content, but we're not going to be able to do it without prayer potions. I mean, theoretically I could do everything on a PvP world with blighted supers, but that will be a pain in itself. I think I'm going to go with the Garden of Death next, because getting that farming up to 30 would be super nice ahead of wanting to farm some Renars. And then I might just train my thieving up for a little bit and see if I can find any Renar seeds from a master farmer. We'll see how I feel.
Quest completed.
Medieval typing simulator. Well, that'll be the last one for the minute. I think I've made enough money. 116k from some steel and mithril swords there. I am going to clean up a couple more quests before I get back to cracking the packs though. That was a lot easier than I remember it. I think the last time I did this was on a hardcore. We are going to take some ranged XP there from Shadow of the Storm. Up to 49. Another one off the list.
Quest completed.
There's Hand in the Sand. And Mr. Grim Hand as a bark roll that I have completed. So I'm turning that one in as well. A 2-in-1. Double whammy to finish out another section of grinding. And I've got some money as well. Yes, I'd like to smash my vials. So you know where we're heading. It is time to play booster pack slot machine once again. Hello coffers. Will you give me Herblore this time? We got 2 more cleaned up. That leaves us with room for 5 plus 1 diary still. So plenty of space. Come on, there's only 38 digs left in here. All I want is that Herblore card. There's a couple of other things that have been nice, but that is the only need. Ugh. Okay, I'll take this. It's a very easy, quick quest. Pack 2. Another corned, easy, quick quest. 3. Yes! Yes! Oh my gosh! Oh, thank fuck, finally. Oh. I can play the game. Okay. Next goal, find some Renar seeds. get 2 more farming levels, and then we're away. We can start bossing. Oh my gosh, there is so much to do. Okay, I'm gonna go and pickpocket master farmers till 50 thieving, and I'll see you all at the rogues den. What's up again, everyone? Collected that diary from the last video, Karamja, and put it on her block. And I did a bit of master farmer thieving, 150 of them to be precise. No luck on R&R, but it was kind of shitty RNG anyway in terms of how much I was getting hit. So I think I want some dodgy necklaces before I go back. But I also wouldn't mind the rogue's outfit. I've only got a tiny bit to go to 50 here. So I figured I'd use this as an opportunity to cross another thing off the list. Another mini game here. Pyramid Plunder. I can now turn sideways like the others, even though I haven't done it yet, but I mean, I'm doing it right now, so I figured that this would give us a little bit of thieving XP, and who knows, I had horrible luck here on my Iron Man, so maybe I just get some godlike RNG. And yeah, I've just been collecting my first batch of super compost and planting my very first herb seeds and a couple of apple tree seeds I got from somewhere. Ooh, we're just shy of the level after looting everything. I have to do another. And there is our 50 thieving. We can now do Valamore thieving content. We can also do the Rogues Den for that outfit, which is going to double all pickpocketed resources for those who don't know. It's a pain of a mini game, and I will be using a plugin to no-brain it for the entire time. Very shortly, I will have myself one snazzy rogue's outfit. Well, very shortly for you. It's probably going to take a few hours for me. Well folks, I spent a while pickpocketing master farmers after getting my rogue's outfit, but unfortunately no luck on the Renars just yet. Chances do go up the higher your farming level is though, so at only 34 farming currently, the odds aren't that great. I thought I'd make some work towards the herb lore progress itself, starting off here with Shades of Morton, because this gives a couple of K.
Quest complete.
There we are. I'd also done a little bit of cleaning herbs, but nothing major. Got teleport down to Morton now as well, which is nice. As well as a bronze brown key, which is the lowest dirt of the dirt. Yeah, I've got my little herb lore tab set up. Got a little smithing tab set up. You know, things are coming along here. We're getting somewhere. I do need more Renars though, and I need more levels because it's 37 for a prayer potion. 38, I was one off. So, if I can get 2 more levels, that means I can do diaries on Lampit. It needs to be 30. Thankfully for me, that's going to take about 2000 XP, which I can get from Zoga Flesh Eaters. And here we are, just finishing the quest up. I also just made a Relisim's Balm so I can unlock the Uglug shop.
Quest complete.
There we are. 2k range fletching and herb lore. Just shy of 30. Sure we can get there soon enough. Yeah, for those who don't know, this guy has a trade option, but you can't do it unless you use a Relisim's Balm on him first. And then he will open his shop up and you can buy as many of these as you want. So nice little shop to have access to, but more importantly, we are almost 30 herb lore. I can finish that off by making some energy potions out of my Harrowlanders and chocolate dust. There it is, 30 herb lore, and my next goal now will be to do some achievement diaries, because then we can lamp herb lore up even further, get close to that prayer potion. Got a double whammy coming in here on achievement diaries. The wilderness diary there, and also a Kandarin diary, which means an extra 5k herb lore XP for me. All the way up to 33, getting close to that 38 for the prayer pots. Very nice indeed. My next goal is Hero's Quest, because that has a tiny bit of a herb lore reward, and it's one that I've mentioned a few times, so I figured we may as well go do it. But for Hero's Quest, we need 53 fishing and cooking, which I'm currently down on both on, so I am going to have to train those, which I will be doing via Sea Slug, once I've got 10 more fire making levels off this oak tree right here, unless I have any logs, not many. So yeah, I'm going to get 30 fire making, do Sea Slug. That will probably catch my fishing up to around the same as my cooking, not too far. And then I'll probably be heading to Temperos and chilling there for a bit, because I've got about 10 levels. 10 to 12 levels to grind, so probably going to be the rest of my day at this point. Seeing as though we unlocked herb lore quite near the start of this video, I think the rest of it is going to be sort of getting to that 38 requirement for the prayer potions, and then finding some sort of supply of Renarweed so that we can make ourselves a bunch. And then in the next episode we'll just be able to go on a massive spree of all the bosses we have unlocked. Anyway, I'll see you all at the end of Sea Slug.
Quest complete.
There's Sea Slug squashed. Say that 5 times fast. Hello again folks, about halfway there. Need to get up to 50 fishing, because we can boost to 53 with a pie after that. I thought I'd stop here though and AFK some lobsters, so I'm gonna get my rewards now. I think I've got 21, so I'm hoping for lots of raw fish that I can cook as well, because my cooking's fallen behind the fishing now. So this isn't too bad. I also just need random food supplies, desperately. But yeah, I think I'm going to go AFK some lobsters for a bit after this, because I have an idea that I would like to tinker around with out of game. Yeah, I've got something I want to try, so I'm going to head over to Cafe and do some lobster potting, and I will see you guys when I've tried the thing I want to try.
3 hours later.
Well folks, I will show you what I've come up with in just a moment, but here is Evil Dave. All finished up for 7k cooking XP. It increased access to the Coloromancer's chest, which I'm going to use to get these last 2 cooking levels. Turns out we do need 53 cooking, because we can't boost that one. We don't have access to any boosts for it, other than the spices that I have here, but honestly, fuck spices. I don't even want to worry about that ever now. We do, of course, get an upgrade to our glove slot as well. The mithril gloves, moving up in the world. And here is my update. So, I've decided, after reading all the comments saying I should be limited on bosses and minigames too, I am going to limit myself on boss and minigames. Now, the only boss I have completed is the gemstone crab. I've killed it. So I decided 15, because I know I've never been above 14. 15 is going to be my boss limit. And when I kill a boss for the first time, I can move it into the completed pile. It's just unlocked for me then. Same thing with minigames, except I'm giving myself 10, and I've got 10 completed already. I don't think we've been above 10 at any point, so it seemed more reasonable to me. Most of these we got and did like straight away after getting them, so I'm pretty sure we haven't been above that cap, and that's what it will be moving forward. So yes, I'm now limited on everything except for skills, I guess. Skills I can always take, but not always get a benefit from, depends if I have levels in between. So that's all I really had to say about this, but a little minor update, and should make things more to think about when I am flipping through these decks searching for something. Alright, I am going to finish off the rest of my training by buying grapes and making wine. See y'all at 53. I did have more footage of Hero's Quest, but unfortunately my mic was off for some reason. So, yeah, there's the quest completion. I then decided I was going to give Pest Control a go, because you can get herb packs from the rewards here. Again, the mic was lost for this clip. I did eventually decide that it wasn't the best idea to pursue this for now, because you can get more points per game if you've done the combat achievements. But after looking into some of them, it seemed like it would be too much to get done in this video, so I decided to grind out some fire making levels instead.
6.5 hours later.
Alright, well, I'm only just now realising that I didn't have audio on every clip I recorded today, so that's fun. I am here at Wintertodt though, after having just grinded the past few hours for 50 fire making, and the aim here is to get ourselves some herbs and herb seeds. Was doing pest control, but why am I going over it again? I just explained it all in a voiceover. There, I just passed off the responsibility to future me, now I don't have to worry about it. So yeah, I'm here at Wintertodt. I'm doing a solo because it's more manageable. I don't really want insane fire making XP, because then I'll have to pick it if it's overcap above 60. So I'd rather not do mass games, because you get XP for game completion. Instead, I'm gonna do solos. We'll still get a decent bit of XP, of course, but nowhere near as much as if we do the public ones. So yeah, I'm just setting this up here. Those who don't know may as well do a mini Todd guide. Very, very mini. Basically, we want to get this energy down to... You want to maintain it between 5 and 15, but it only goes down when the fires are lit. The lower it gets, the more chance it'll have of putting out fire. So you want to keep all 4 lit at first, but as it gets lower, you won't be able to keep all 4 lit, and you also don't want all 4 lit, because then it will go down too fast. I'd say once it gets, like, below 50, definitely, I want at least one of them to have blown out. The lower he gets, the more he will attack these braziers, so this is just sort of the setup phase. We'll take a lot less damage once we've actually got it in that 5 to 15 range. There's a combat task. Novicia. The construction level. Maybe I'll finally get the 25 construction needed for the Koran diary from doing this. Okay, I'm going to leave the far ones now and just do the close ones. Feels like it's taking longer than I remember to get it down to that point. Okay, and now it's around 20. I'm just going to keep this one lit till it gets a bit lower. And we stand here and Fletch, and this is how to Wintertodt. We basically want to keep it from going too high at this stage, the energy. We don't want it above 20 at any point. Below 15 is ideal, but not below 5. And then you go until you are ready to stop, basically, with this method. There's no limit anymore based on food you can bring in case we restore off rejuve potions which are made in here. So yeah, you can go as long as you want. For me, it's going to be about 45 minutes till I fancy a spliff break, and then we'll see how many rewards we have and if we can get lucky on some herbs or seeds. Alright, been there for a while. We got 28 rewards. See if we can't find any herbs or seeds. or anything else spicy along the way. Whoa, 17 magic logs is actually a huge drop for an Iron Man. It's not useful in any way right now, but that's pretty huge. Yes, 2 Renar seeds! The first ones on my account! Oh, I'm gonna go get those planted straight away. Warm gloves as well. Okay. Not amazing, because graceful, but something to swap out for eventually, maybe. Okay, I'm pumped. It wasn't looking great at the start. The only usable herbs we got are these 5 grimy Taramin, which is okay, but not amazing. But 2 Renar seeds is worth, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes I actually spent in there. So that is very nice indeed. Yeah, I'm gonna go get these planted, and then I might just go again for another hour or so, because feels good to get Renars. Okay, folks, well I have reached my current cap of 60 fire making, and considering Wintertodd is probably the only fire making activity I will do for the rest of my account, I think it only makes sense to stop at our level cap here. Like, I went over on like woodcutting and fletching doing this, but that's fine. The main activity here is fire making, and I figure if I don't stop here, there's nothing to stop me just going to 99, then what reason do I ever have to pick up a fire making card other than my own rule set? It's always going to feel bad. So yeah, I won't do any more Wintertodd now until I get the 61 to 80 card, and I'm going to establish the sim, roll for Temperos and fishing, and Guardians of the Rift and rune crafting. So those will be also limited to their respective skill caps. Let's see if we get anything in these 25 rewards. One of my Renar seeds died. The other one lived and produced 8 grimy Renars, which gives me a total of 20 now. Better than a kick in the teeth. Ooh, couple more Renars. Oh, and 3 Renar seeds right near the end. That's a big drop. Oh, and the Bruma Torch. Okay. Not bad at all. Definitely not bad. I am very happy with that haul. Holy. So I'm still going to be a bit away by the looks of it from 38 if I process everything. But I did also get 26 construction, which means I can now do the Corin and Kebos easy diary, I believe. Yes, all looks good to me. So yeah, I'm going to go and get this done for an extra 2.5k. And there is the core and diary all done as well. We've got Rada's Blessing and some more Herblore XP, of course. One of the nicest things about this, actually, though, is that we now have a good way to teleport to Corund from the Hosidius house that we just moved our house to. And we now, thanks to the diary completion, have a disease-free herb patch, which means those 3 Renar seeds I just got are all gonna be successful, because I'm just gonna sit by the patch for the next 3 hours. Yeah, I'm busy in real life doing other stuff anyway, so we are just gonna sit by the Hosidius house pole.
The next day.
Well folks, this is a historic moment for the account. So I've come back to an historic location, the only place we do anything important on this. We are making our first prayer potions, finally. 7 episodes deep and we have them, folks. Oh, it's so good. Okay, well, I've got more prayer potions to make, 32 Renars to use here. Fairly soon, we're gonna be building up this potion supply. We're gonna have everything we need to start taking on some of these bosses. If not all of them, as many as we can, building towards those last 3. We've already cleaned out a bunch of minigames today, and diaries and quests in this video. I say today, for me it's been like 4 or 5 days since I actually opened any packs and found Herblore. For you it's obviously the same video, but because it's been so long and I've done so much, I feel like I have earned another pack. I'm not doing a crazy pack hunt like going to find anything in particular. I'm just going to reward myself with our 2nd ever master pack for 100k, and that is how we're going to close this episode out. See what we find! It's always exciting going into one of the higher tiers for the first time. 3 cards covered. Can we get another skill maybe? That would be nice. Any skills up to 80 is nice. Here we go. Ooh. Well. Zora Vetion Beneath Cursed Sands. So beneath Cursed Sands, the only thing we'd need is Contact and the next Agility card. And Prince Ali Rescue, but that barely counts as anything. Whereas, like, I have much more space on my quest board than I do on my... Like, if I take one of these bosses, it's going to be a while before we can kill them. I mean, maybe I could get a Vetion kill, but I've never done it before. I've done Calvarian, a little one, but I haven't done Vetion before. I'm guessing it's the same, but it's also in a multi-combat area in the Wildy, so, like, fuck that. Like, Zora, we don't quite have access to yet. No, Regicide. Oh, no, we do have Regicide. But, like, there's absolutely zero chance of me killing Zora anytime soon. So I think we just take Beneath Cursed Sands, because all it requires from the Master deck is the Agility, and everything else is cheaper. Okay, bit of a weird one. I was kind of hoping for a skill, but it is what it is, just one pack. First 2 red cards. Ooh, it's super cool looking at this from, like, on high now and seeing all the different colours represented, just a tiny splash of red here, and orange starting to cover up the yellow. It's a beautiful thing. Anyway, that is going to be all from this one. We have made a fuck ton of progress. A fuck ton. And we've unlocked prayer potions. We've got melee prayer, we've got transportation. Next step is to kill some bosses. Until then, make sure you look after yourselves, be lovely to one another. I'll see you on the next one.